This is an IELTS sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. The link to the PDF document is in the first comment. Want to improve your IELTS writing skills? Check out our new IELTS writing channel. Let's begin by discussing about talking. What topics do you usually like to talk about with your friends?
Oh, lots of things. We talk about travel, food, and just random life stuff. Sometimes we get into work or personal goals too. I love sharing experiences. It keeps us connected and makes conversations more fun.
Do you prefer talking face-to-face or chatting online? Why?
I'd say face to face. It just feels more personal, and you can actually see people's reactions. But online chatting is super convenient, especially when meeting up isn't possible. So, I guess it depends on the situation.
Do you like to talk with others?
Yeah, I do. Talking helps me connect with people and learn new things. I love a good conversation, but I also enjoy some quiet time now and then. It's all about balance.
Do you find talking to strangers stressful?
It really depends. If it's just small talk, I don't mind at all. But in awkward or high pressure situations, I do get a bit nervous. Over time, I've become more confident.
Did you like to talk with others when you were a kid?
Not really. I was pretty shy and mostly listened instead of talking. But as I grew older, I got more confident and started enjoying conversations, especially when it's about something I'm really into.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a stressful day at school, university, or work. You should say how the day started, how things went wrong, who was around you, and explain why it was such a stressful day.
One of the most stressful days I've ever had was during my final year of university. It started badly. I'd stayed up late finishing an assignment, so when my alarm went off, I was already exhausted. Then I checked my email and saw a message from my professor. Our group presentation had been rescheduled, which meant I had way less time to prepare than I'd planned. I immediately started panicking. On my way to campus, things got worse. I got stuck in traffic, which made me late for my first class. When I finally arrived, I realized I had forgotten my laptop charger, and my battery was almost dead. Then came the group presentation. One of my teammates hadn't finished their part, so we had to improvise. The professor's unimpressed expression only made me more nervous. As if that wasn't enough, I had another big project due that afternoon, and I hadn't even started the final edits. I felt completely overwhelmed. My classmates were around, but everyone was dealing with their own stress. Some were supportive, but most were too busy to help, and I felt like I was drowning alone. That day, everything that could go wrong did. I felt unprepared, rushed, and unsupported. But looking back, I learned some important lessons. Time management is key, and staying calm under pressure makes a huge difference. It was a tough day, but it definitely helped me handle stress better in the future.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move on to part 3. We'll continue discussing the challenging moments in life. What are some typical situations when individuals feel a lot of pressure?
People often feel pressure during exams, job interviews, or tight deadlines at work. For example, a student might feel overwhelmed while preparing for final exams. Other situations include public speaking, financial struggles, or balancing work and family responsibilities. When there's little room for error, the pressure naturally builds up.
What are good ways to cope with this kind of stress?
There are a few effective ways to manage stress. For example, doing exercise regularly and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. For instance, taking short breaks during work or studying can help clear the mind. Talking to friends or family also helps, and organizing tasks ahead of time can prevent that last-minute panic.
If people run away from difficult situations in life, what may be the consequences?
Running away from challenges can mean missing out on opportunities and personal growth. For example, if someone avoids public speaking, they might struggle to move up in their career. Over time, this can lower confidence and make anxiety worse. Facing tough situations might not be easy, but it builds resilience and problem-solving skills.
How can people prepare themselves for the challenging parts of life?
People can prepare by developing problem-solving skills, staying organized, and building a strong support network. For example, breaking tasks into smaller steps makes things feel more manageable. Taking care of yourself and keeping a positive mindset also help you stay strong when things get tough.
How has life become more stressful now compared to a generation ago?
Definitely. With technology, people are always connected, but it's hard to separate work from personal life. Social media also adds pressure by setting unrealistic expectations. A generation ago, life was slower paced, with fewer distractions and less pressure to always be on.
What is the difference between the way males and females deal with stress?
Generally, yes. Men tend to keep things to themselves and might distract themselves with work or sports. Women, on the other hand, are more likely to talk about their feelings and seek support. For example, a man might go for a run to clear his head, while a woman might reach out to a friend to vent. Both ways can be effective.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.